Welcome to your daily focus for January the 7th, 2019. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you, truly, for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Absolutely. Thank you. Now let's turn to the cards. Wow, are we in a lot of strong transformative energy? So let's see what the cards have to say about today. Temperance. We are going to be calling in the balance. We are going to make the commitment. You know, when I see the temperance card, and over the last 6 months, I've really seen the temperance card really being the blacksmith. To have that fire blazing, to have that raw metal, steel in your hands, and that hammer in the other, and the tongs going, and knowing that the commitments we're making now is to turn something that is very rough, only an idea perhaps in our head, what we hope to step into, what we are affirming to step into. But it's not concrete, it's not tangible, or it's in the very, very early stages of being tangible. And hitting that steel, hitting that iron just at the right moment. So it's about patience. Now, blacksmith will tell you that you have to wait for certain colors to appear, the heat of the flame, the heat of the metal, in order to maybe spiral it in some way, shape it in some way, curve it in some way, to create something beautiful and magical. So temperance is here asking us to bring in a balance, to simplify in some way in our life what is no longer needed in our path, what we can let go of, what we can transform from, where we can make the new commitments in our life to make us stronger, to push us forward. So, and today I told everybody, New Year's resolutions, this is the time to really say, today I'm going forward in this way, to implement the action plan. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And so, now we doubt ourselves, right? And once again, I get the Page of Wands in my head. So, I really get this as Page of Wands energy. Page of Wands, we have the knowledge, the wisdom, the intuition, the talents, the abilities, the love, the compassion, the empathy, whatever your journey forward may need. You already have that inside of you. And the Page of Wands stands on the cliff with the staff in his hand, staring out into the abyss and going, wow, can I really do this? Because even though we have it inside of us, we've never truly put it to the test. We've really never given it that extra energy before. So whatever this is in your life, you've always pulled back for some reason, some fear, some anxiety, and that's probably going to creep in a little bit today. Now you can still see the beauty of what you can create. So it is about where we are putting our focus today. Are we putting the focus on our shortcomings, or are we putting our focus on what we can do, of where we can go, of what we can create? And then raising the bar upon ourselves. So yes, making those commitments. The Strength card. Wow. The Strength card is just the inner knowledge, the wisdom that you have what it takes. That you can step forward with compassion, a love for yourself, a love for what you do, who you are. And knowing that you will have that unconditional support and love by giving it out. We don't stand here with a whip and a chair in our hands in order to tame the lion. So we do have Venus actually moving into Sagittarius today. So, you know, Venus in the Scorpio energy, where it's intense. It's very single-mindedly or focused in towards maybe just one person, or in our thoughts and in our what we want in a relationship, what we don't want in a relationship, and it's intense and it's deep and it's extreme. There's no, it's either hot or cold. There's no middle ground. There's no gray area. And now that it moves into Sagittarius, it's romantic and it's creative interaction. It's yeah, optimism, falling in love with um, who you're around and where you're going and who you're helping and who you're co-creating with. We'll get out Nature's Whispers to see where our focus should be. The cover of these cards are just look like the three energy, don't they? So I fell in love with them. Let love be your beacon, 42. Let love be your beacon. Venus in Sagittarius. Let love be your beacon. To stand in your beauty and your truth. What doesn't belong? Where can you go forward? When you stand in your beauty, when you stand in your truth. When you stand in your beauty and your truth, you can see your accomplishments, your successes, that much easier. And that makes it easier to raise the bar in where you're going, who you're becoming. Oh, it's an 11 energy today. Did I mention that? And 7, right? 7 is standing in your truth. 42. Before I go to 42, oh, I forget the page. Hang on. My mind's failing me today. Well, somebody asked me for what the page actually had on it. I don't remember the number. I'll have to look back. I'll get back to you on that. Sorry. Let love be your beacon. Oh my gosh. I'm at page 42 though. So wow. Talk about, okay, and that's keep your dreams alive. That's keep your dreams alive. So I'm definitely going back now, which is a 25 card. There, here we go. 25 card, which comes to 7 again. So hold that up for, you can take a snap of the screen and read it through, and maybe it calls to you. But we'll go to 42 now. My apologies. Let love be your beacon. Lead with love. When you enter into a new situation, see love paving the way. If it's a tense situation or work environment, do a visualization exercise, filling the space with bright, beautiful love for everyone involved, including yourself. And that really does work. When you are imagining going into a meeting or some kind of proposal or some kind of team play or just your environment at large, imagine the beauty that you're going to step into, the light, the happiness, the joy, the creativity, the love that's already going to be present before you get there. Watch how that works for you. Um, Filling the space with bright, beautiful love for everyone involved, including yourself. Acknowledge what is going on and be willing to change on how you are approaching things. Communication will be harmonious and you will have greater prospect to create what you are looking for. Focus on the light within you. Imagine this light shining out of you. Imagine this light shining out of you. Focus on the light within and then imagine it. That's a beautiful, 2-minute meditation that you can do with a couple of deep breaths. and imagining this beautiful light within you and letting it out towards the world. And that just raises your light. That just expands, expands the bubble of light around you. Your inner light will permit you to see the world with new eyes and learn new things every day of your life. So a daily practice, I'm going to start adding that to my daily practice. Actually, I do a light around me, but coming from within, I haven't. So I'm going to add that to it. An animal. A higher intuition animal card. Let love be your beacon. Take a chance. Let love be your beacon and take a chance. Who's singing it? Take a chance. Here I'm going for the A's for ABBA. Let's go to the S's though. The C star. Freedom, chance, fear, and passion. Life itself cannot give you joy unless you really will it. Life just gives you time and space, and it's up to you to fill it. So if we don't show up for the party ain't happening. If we don't show up to do the work, the success won't evolve, manifest, become tangible. Life itself cannot give you joy unless you really will it. Life just gives you time and space. It's up to you to fill it. So how are you filling it? What's your routine look like? What are some of the daily habits you have, behaviors you have? What is needed? What is no longer necessary? Fill it up with the beauty. If you've chosen Sea Star, it's time for you to take a chance, a leap of faith. You've been lacking in energy and motivation, and it could be out of fear, or it could be that you got caught up with a bit of laziness and beached yourself. It can be quite scary to change, and although you may feel stuck, you're never truly stuck. You have free will to change the course of where you want your life to go. Free yourself from the past and allow yourself to feel again. You might be stuck in a dead-end job. Look for one in a different field that feeds your passion. You might be eyeing the cute girl at the coffee shop or looking at the cute boy who changed your oil. Or it could be the cute boy at the coffee shop and the cute girl who changed your oil. Absolutely. Ask him or her out. When you begin to take a chance on one thing, you'll find it easier and easier to do that in every single part of your life, which will only draw you closer and closer to your ultimate success. You won't know unless you take a chance. You won't know unless you show up for the party. You won't know unless you meet yourself on the commitments. And self-discipline. Three energy for the year. It's a beautiful energy for 2019, but it will teach us discipline. It will teach us focus if we allow it to, if we step into that energy, if we embrace it for the lessons it wants to teach us. Until we meet again, remember, I love you. You know what? Hang on just a second. You know, I do love you. Not no, I don't love you. Don't go yet. I had a comment, and you know, let's, you know, if I'm in the wrong, please correct me here. But somebody had put a comment that they wanted to sage their living area for the very first time, and they were advised not to do it. And you know why and when's a good time was really, you know, what this person wanted to know. If you Google, let's forget all about the mystical, magical, wonderful spiritual world that surrounds us for a second and just go to the science of things and Google good smoke or sage smoke and, you know, scientific findings. Scientists are finding out now that things that we've known forever and a day, but were dispelled by science and beliefs, there's such a thing as good smoke. And so, what a team of scientists did, and I probably have this. I'm paraphrasing the work they did tremendously. So, I mean, Google it, find out for yourself. They had a room and they made it completely bacteria germ free, and then they released like 300 different types of bacterias and probably some viruses in there, which would probably be a bacteria. Anyways, and then they saged the room, and then they sealed the room. And this, I guess, the room was always sealed, but they went in and they saged it, and then for the next 30 days they tested it, and for the next 30 days it was virtually bacteria free still. So to tell somebody that it's not a good time to sage is, that's why they used to sage when somebody was sick in the house, and they would sage the entire house to release the energies. You're getting rid of the negative toxins around you. Now there's the whole spiritual to bring in, which can bring in immense healing, protection. So maybe saging on a certain day, or when the planets are in a certain aspect, maybe you're only saving yourself from getting a common cold, or that little cut turns into an infection. It can't do something, like, and then look at when you sage on a more beautiful planetary aspect, where Neptune's working for you, Venus is working for you, the moon, the sun, all the planets really are working for you. Your angels, your guides. So I can't think of a day when I would say, oh, don't sage. I may say at certain times you want to really amplify, like new moon, especially a solar eclipse. I sage this entire house, myself, my vehicle, my driveway, my property. And I went through, well, I didn't sage the whole property, but I did do other things. Um, so to answer your question, I don't think there is a bad time to sage. And if I'm wrong in that, please, I'm open to learning. But I can't think of a time when you wouldn't sage. It's like going back to the ancient times when they used to sage for the sick person. They go, ooh, today's not a good day. You're just gonna have to live with the virus, or saging is good. Sweet grass. But definitely, if you want to sage your living environment, you're always picking the right day. So until we meet again, please correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm missing something, but I think that was very bad advice that was given. And, we have to understand the tools we have. And if I'm in error, please correct me. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.